They're gonna get started any second. Just to go over the rules in this, as it states, there's no cape and no Star World. That means these runners cannot use cannot use the cape in game, and if they do touch one, they need to immediately take a death and re-enter the level. And no Star World means what it sounds like. They can't use any of the Star World warps to get to Bowser quicker. That's that nice disco jump right there.
Yeah, the hardest part about
They
this
both
run is
have
that you
swag
actually
money.
have to play Super Mario World.
They
What was
both
that?
have swag money. They're both starting with 1 coin. And in the very beginning in the Mario menu, if you hit start and get to your file select, the frame Mario touches a coin, you start the game with a coin.
That's awesome. I had no idea, actually.
Oh yeah, try it on any of them. It's swag money.
So both these runs are blessed, is what you're suggesting.
It's insane. We gotta. Well, I mean, Dot's got the disco jump and the swag money. Let's look for 361s here. We're gonna go up on top of the yellow blocks and rely on Mario's oscillating speed, trying to get the highest value, which is 49, to cross the line with the 361.
Oh,
No
barely
Holy
missing
Trinity.
it. No, they gotta restart now.
If your speed ends up on a 47 or 48, then you're not going to get the 361, and there's an 80% chance of that happening.
And that's what your speed only oscillates when you're on the ground running, right? Not in the air.
Even in the air, if you hold
Okay.
right, your speed starts oscillating. As soon as you let go of the D-pad, your speed will not move.
Gotcha.
That's why you see lots of neutral jumps being a big thing when you have big speed, because if you hold right, your speed just starts oscillating between 47 and 49. No matter, like, if your higher speed you hit right, you slow down. If you let
That
up
makes
speed and
sense.
hold right, you speed up.
Yeah, and I think you'd see that a lot more with capes as well, just because there's that variance of about 4 units of speed that people can try to get, but unfortunately we won't be seeing capes in this category because it's not a fun category.
Yep, no cape tech in this one.
No cape tech.
Alright, let's see if either of them get the shell jump here in Yoshi's Island 4. Dot's not getting it, Cannalyst not going for it.
That's a shame. I've always found it interesting how the vanilla community chooses to call those shell jumps, but the Kaizo community has always called those shell mid-airs.
Yeah, we just call them shell jumps, man. Those things throwing them off pipes and whatnot, that's just bouncing off a shell. Calling it a shell jump is an insult to the name shell jump.
That's a hot take right there.
Come at me. Alright, getting through Iggy's castle. Both of them being a little shaky on the cages, but getting through just fine.
This is the one level where they're constantly trading first and second place because Dot's obviously in second place right now. But now is in first place, ahead on the screen.
And it looked like Dots did that nice little clip through that. I'm not even sure what you call the wooden crushers, but he clipped through that and slid across the ceiling. Cannalyst tried it too and took damage. Ended up back with his mushroom instead of his flower.
Solid Iggy fight on both ends, though.
Yeah, it looked like Dots had a 240 while Cannalyst had a 238. Dots' Mario was looking up and forward to the rest of the race. He's really throwing down. This run is full of swag. It's time for DP1. This one's so easy, the cape variant, but like the no cape variant, it's a pretty big gate to learning this.
Oh yeah.
Going through learning the levels, this is the one that really sticks out. They're like, all right, this is going to be a pretty intense category, maybe.
Yeah, no, Donut Plains definitely does not pull the stops when you're starting to learn this category, especially with DP3.
Oh god.
And Dots are cool, opting to bring that shell with him right at the start.
He's going for it. Oh, my man.
Oh my gosh, I have not seen that variant before.
Bouncing off that shell with the Yoshi. He's just swagging out. He's throwing down, man.
Oh wow.
I'm so excited.
Is there even an advantage to keeping Yoshi in this level?
Not really, no. Well, we'll see. If Dots wants to keep it, it's for a reason, I'm gonna be honest.
I'm sure.
I'm gonna have faith.
Dots does not strike me as the kind of person that would do something like this just for the fun of it. There's
well...
gotta be a reason. Well, okay. Maybe, but still. There's gotta be a reason. That yump, though.
Alright,
oh. Really? Interesting. This is the first time I've seen a runner in this race actually opt to go through Donut's secret ghost house to, he makes Does he know what category he's running right now?
I'm sorry, I don't know what to say. I'm just sitting here with my mouth open. Maybe that was incidental or accidental. I don't, If it was, it gave Cannalyst a pretty heavy lead early on. Man, I said I have faith earlier, and you go and get the wrong exit.
He's 19th on the leaderboards. What is he? No, wait, that's a No Star World. Okay, No Star World. He's 25th on the leaderboards. What is this man doing?
Cannalyst going through DP3, which is terrifying. Oh, it's terrifying he's getting the wrong exit, but it's up.
Yeah, it doesn't look like Cannalyst is going for the P-speed strats here, opting to take it a lot slower, which honestly, especially if you're not as, not as confident with this level, it's gonna be the safer option by far. And given the lead that Cannalyst has right now, he can afford to, save a little bit of time, or waste a little bit of time to protect himself, although he skips the midway. Interesting.
Man. Alright, nice.
That's cool. Oh,
camera didn't follow him up, so he kind of managed his speed to make sure that the camera started tracking him so he could find the door.
There you go, Cannalyst out of DP3.
Alright, now that he's on ground and he's got a Yoshi, hopefully he's just going to go for a shell and fly over this level.
That'd be the smart move, definitely. Probably the reason that he kept the Yoshi in the first place. Yeah, there you go.
That's what you gotta... The swimming doesn't really get affected by Yoshi, so you might as well. You don't use them in the ghost house.
That's swag, though. The best thing about that swag is that there's not much room for error.
Cannalyst now finishing up DP4. Dot's catching up and going into DP4 right now.
Cannalyst
where's Cannalyst? Okay. I was worried where his shell was going to run out. He's fine though. He's going to be making his way onto Morton's castle.
That blue shell grab from Dots, though, that was so close to falling into that one tile gap.
And the back. Oh. Got the flower too. He's looking good. Oh, I was hoping he's gonna get that 3 up.
That's a shame.
Nice ray grab on that shell. He's showing off a lot of flight for no cape.
Is this his way of rebelling, you think, against the tournament?
Yeah. This is the rebellion run. You see Cannalyst hopefully grab the spring and get up there. Nice.
That was close. Oh, bumped a bit.
That. They both have 2 flowers. They're both in Morton's castle. Got a pretty close race so far.
This is really solid, especially given Dot's just expertise with this category and SMW in general. We can definitely see Dot's catching back up here.
Yeah, it definitely should get interesting here in the next level, or world.
Switching over to Cannalyst audio now.
Alright, they're both out of Morton's Castle. Gonna be moving on to Vanilla Dome.
Nice, this is really tied up so far. No very obvious mistakes from either runner so far, too, as far as I can tell, unless I missed something.
Maybe the biggest obvious one.
Oh,
He
never
got
mind.
the wrong egg.
He did get the wrong exit. I'm, Don't mind me.
Oh.
You can handle commentary for a while.
Alright, Kayla's got that secret exit out of Vanilla Dome 1. Gonna be moving to Vanilla Secret 1. He's gonna get rid of this Yoshi. Dot's making his way through Vanilla Dome 1.
I'm regretting not making coffee before this.
Let's see, Cannalyst ditch that Yoshi and make it up through that
Nice.
point of Koopas. Yeah, he's holding his lead. He's doing his work.
I'm rooting for Cannalyst here. I'd love to see him take the victory over Dots.
Dot's doing pretty good. Oh, got through
Dots
as
is
well.
indeed ahead on exits. Was his plan all along.
Cannalyst needs this new Yoshi here. Hopefully he does good bouncing on these Koopas. I've seen it's actually been way sketchier for a lot of runners than I thought it would be.
Nice jump work so far. Yeah, Cannalyst right now, 85th place for no cape, no star world with a 40-minute run. And this is definitely a really good pace to be starting out, especially given that is your PB, so.
Yeah, he's looking good so far.
Yeah. Maybe we'll see a PB today. You know, Drosy, you raise a good point of whether or not it would have been smarter to just go through Donut Secret 2 and do that alternate route instead of just going back through Donut Secret 1 and then Ghost House. It's those little on-the-fly decisions you gotta make, especially when you make a mistake like this, can really end up saving time. And I honestly don't know which way would have been faster given that mistake. I don't know if you know, Carrick.
Depends on how good his No Cape Ghost House is, I would imagine.
That's fair.
Because Donut Secret 2 is negligible, right? That's nothing. You got a Yoshi, like, you're fine.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I would have
much
stuck
about
with it. I would have stuck with it, because then you go back to DP4 and you still have your flower and all that. I don't know. Those are the
Yeah,
kind of
especially
questions
since
that keep you up at night.
Yeah, you wouldn't have to take secret exit. If you get stair clip, get to the end, just go grab the P switch. It's honestly would probably be a similar time to just finishing up Donut Secret 1 again, so.
Yeah, I mean, he did do really well whenever he did go back, so it's... Yeah, I mean, I think it's kind of a wash.
Yeah,
I think
it probably is. I mean,
he's
given...
literally right behind Cannalyst. I think he's definitely made the best out of what I could only imagine is just a weird mistake.
It's interesting to see how both of them are going for, similar strats. Sometimes Dotsarecool is going for some more esoteric and weird strats, and yet they're almost neck and neck in some ways. And it's all those little optimizations that Dotsarecool is employing versus what Cannalyst is going for, doing safer strats, really add up.
Yeah, definitely. He's closing in, but Cannalyst is making him work for it at least. He's looking good.
All right, and this is where I go take a bathroom break. Hold the fort down, Carrick.
Oh, man. How could you do that during the most exciting level that's ever been conceived? Let me tell you what, there's something called the Dead Sea Scrolls, and that's what historians believe are like ancient writings of biblical times and, stories of the olden days. And there's lots of theories about what happened that just made everything so amazing. Like, people started growing and flourishing, trade was evolved, and it was everything that was written just said Butter Bridge 1. And mankind has been following Butter Bridge 1 ever since then, and we've just had an upwards trajectory. And it's all thanks to this level. It's the most incredible level that's ever been conceived. I can't stop singing its praises. If you want to know more, there's a church. I'm sure you could find out more information about this level, because it's the pinnacle of mankind. I had no idea where that one was going. I'm glad y'all stuck around for that, I guess. Jesus.
Garrick, that was a lot of BS you just fed the crowd.
What are you talking about?
I got headphones. They are not wired. I can hear this stuff from across my apartment. I heard what you were saying. I don't know what kind of Dead Scrolls you read.
You know, this is the level that was foretold.
Yes, this is exactly what Jesus died for our sins meant when he said, "Let there be Super Mario World."
Over those 3 days. It was crunch time.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, both of them have the Yoshis during Butter Bridge 2, which is really fortunate.
Nice blue shell grab by Cannalyst.
Yep, he's gonna be able to just breeze through this level. Make his way onto Ludwig's castle.
Dotsarecool getting the same shell grab as well. Honestly, if the runners keep up like this and do basically the same strats from here on out, this whole run might just end up coming down to P-speed management and other little optimizations like that, which is absolutely wild.
Yeah, we're gonna see how well, like, especially Room 3 when it comes to the cages, because those can be super hard to get down optimized.
Mm-hmm.
So he's gonna have to rely on some good work there. They both have 2 flowers still. I mean, that's great.
Oof, Cannalyst struggling with that door a bit.
Oh, he's waiting.
Definitely taking on the slower side. And if he's not as confident, then going slower here really is the right option. But this is gonna give Dot some time to catch up, as we can see him speeding through there.
Yeah, he did good though. You know, didn't take damage. That was his main goal, so he got out of there. He's really been playing it tight, so he can afford to do what he wants on those cages as long as it means you don't take that damage, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good trade-off.
Yeah, those cages right there, just by jumping up and actually and doing that little bit of extra speed that you get instead of just climbing the cages normally, save Dotsarecool an extra 12 seconds in game over Cannalyst. And those small optimizations really not only can make or break a race, but really separate, you know, the average runners from the top tier runners.
Wow, yeah, minimal difference right now.
Yeah, seriously.
Down to about roughly 10 seconds. And man, so Yoshi clips are going to be a big deal here. They really need to hold on to their Yoshi during this level. Make sure you jump when you eat wigglers. Their hitboxes are awful.
Mm-hmm. I see Yoshi clip making a difference. Whether or not Dot stops to try to go for the wings here could make a bit of a difference. Sandbar as well. Oof. That's a big loss for Dots.
Yeah, lost both of his flowers there. He was able to grab one, but now he's down to 1 instead of 2. And you need 2 for Roy if you want to get that quick kill.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be pretty good for Cannalyst.
Yeah, that optimization later on as well. As long as the runners keep up at like this, we might see Cannalyst continue to be in first place coming out of Forest of Illusion, but we'll have to see. Well, let's see how Yoshi Clip goes.
This is a super tense moment for him. This is gonna be a big reason if he keeps the lead here. Going for this first try clip. Getting in, my man.
Yeah! Look at that. Cannalyst first try with that Yoshi clip.
Great job. Dot's right behind him still, getting a first try. Good job.
Yeah, this is the point of the round where Cannalyst definitely starting to feel the heat. Dotsarecool right on his trail. That first try Yoshi clip has made him continue to keep the lead.
Yeah, he's reacting cool as a cucumber about it right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oop. A little bit of a bonk. That's all right.
Just a little bump. Just a little bump. He was just saying hi to those fishies.
Mm-hmm.
They're both going to be moving on to Forest of Illusion 3. Let's see if they get a wall jump off this pipe that they run into.
Hoping Dots goes for it.
Cannalyst doesn't even go for it. Goes straight for that spring and moves on. He doesn't even... Screw that wall jump.
Mm-hmm.
Dots went for it, didn't get
Gah.
it.
Did hit the pixel, it looks like. Didn't quite get the input in time. That's a frame perfect trick right there. The 1/60th of a second. That is not easy.
Yeah, not at all.
Not at all.
But yeah, those wall jumps are...
Oh dear, I'm getting a bit of lag on my end. There we go.
Yeah, alright. Now you can see Cannalyst has gotten out of the level. You can hear him moving up to Roy's castle.
Chisaki asks an interesting question I do want to answer real quickly about how Cannalysts managed to somehow go through a Galoomba despite, you know, it being there. And it has to do with the fact that the sprites that are actually within those bubbles, there's about, I think, 16 to 18 frames, I might be confusing that for something else, where after they pop out of the bubble, they actually don't have an active hitbox yet, and so you're able to just go right through them. 16, 18 frames might be the midair time, though, but it's something along the lines of sprites take a while to be able to activate. Oh, also, Cannalyst. Interesting. Got some really bad luck with that Potaboo.
He's got some jumper-ons. Oh, they got some jumper-ons. Some hop-ons, right? That's what they're called.
Yeah, unfortunately for Cannalyst, both of them got that same time loss. But Dotsarecool, as a result, gonna have Fire Flower for Roy.
Yeah, I was about to say, he scrolled forward to get those spikes out of the way, but it also keeps that Potaboo alive. It keeps it coming back to you at the very end. So it was good he was able to manage getting out of that. They both kept their flower. Watch that quick kill from Cannalyst. Dude, he's doing great.
This is a fantastic run from Cannalyst. And no, the spikes do not auto-kill. They only take away 1 point of damage. And so generally what we would see for the runners in that castle is they would jump up after dropping the item from their item box, take the damage on these ceiling spikes, and then grab the power up as it's falling down to damage boost while running along the bottom spikes. And what you would generally see there is if you have an extra flower in your item box, you would grab that in order to do the Roy quick kill. If you have just a mushroom itself, then you can just damage boost through by dropping it, or if you don't have any power up in your item box, you can just jump without hitting the item ceiling and do the damage boost through there.
That was like the perfect explanation. Yeah, exactly that.
Hey, thank you. Oof.
No, Cannalyst is in Chocolate Island. That's hot behind him. Cannalyst right now is about a minute above his PB. Man, so if he's going to take that damage, he needs to get moving because he's on a tear.
Nice. Hits the chuck bounce as well. Dotsarecool coming up from behind. We are neck and neck right now.
Oh man, they're in a fanfare together. A 257 compared to a 252.
11.
Dude, this is such a close race.
Wonder if we could see either of the runners here go for suicide door in a bit.
Yeah, that's terrifying. It'll be where one of these pits in the floor is coming up to you right before a door, and you can either get in the door or lots of times die. You can't jump out of the way if you don't get it, as you see from Cannalyst and Dots.
Ooh, not
So
quite
sketchy.
getting it. Either of them. Interesting. Two different variations of the boo line skip to be able to get up to that door. Doesn't look like it necessarily lost either of them or gained them time, but this is crazy. What a fantastic run. What a good job Cannalyst is doing right now.
God, they're frames from each other right now. Oh my god. Let's see what happens after what pipe they get. Yeah, Dot's gonna take it from the pipe entry. See if you can hold it till the end of the level. Oh, that is rough.
Oh no! Just a bit of an early jump, not quite making it onto that Koopa. That is unfortunate. Not like this.
You hate to see it.
We might start seeing Dotsarecool then pulling ahead at this point. However, I still think Cannalyst could potentially PB this run, which would be absolutely fantastic, especially in a race setting.
Using that nice safe strat to get rid of that Chuck. You don't want to leave your life's hands in RNG.
Nope, not at all.
I said that completely backwards, but you know what I mean.
Your life's RNG in the hands of a Chuck? What?
Cannalyst also using that shell.
Ooh, that came in handy. That football was coming close. Cannalyst also flirting with another football from that Chuck right there.
They're so dangerous.
It was a smart move to opt to grab that mushroom right there instead of just waiting for the midway, especially given the cycle that he ended up getting. If he had been just a little bit later, that would have killed him if he hadn't taken the mushroom.
Dots did a real smart move in the previous room where he took it P-speed the whole way, and you can take it P-speed like all the way to the pipe, but he stopped on the last two slopes because those are notorious to eat your jumps. Spaghetti, man.
Cannalyst just barely whiffing the edge of that jump.
Ooh, Dot's getting that nice crusher skip where you only take damage on the back end of the crusher. Lots of times you'll have to take damage like jumping through a Potaboo or something. But he waited to take that damage till later.
That is a sketchy move right there. Those crushers have there's such a small amount of space between just taking damage and actually getting crushed and just insta-killed. So that was well pulled off, but a sketchy move. Dot's doing some interesting bonks up against those walls in order to maintain his P-speed through section. Fortunately loses it right at the end, but not the biggest deal at this point in the race.
Yeah, he's holding on somewhat strong now. If he can get through this windy fight pretty good. Cannalyst just now leaving Chocolate Secret. He'll be entering Wendy's castle as Dots is leaving it.
Cannalyst finishing up Chocolate Secret. Let's see. I wonder if we're gonna see Cannalyst try to go for Sandbar.
I mean, that. I hope so, right? I hope everyone goes for it.
At this point, if Dotsarecool misses Sandbar skip and Cannalyst gets it, that might be what he needs to be able to catch up. But I don't know. It's not looking too favorable for Cannalyst at this point.
Yeah, he's gonna need a lot. But I mean, Valley of Bowser's got a lot.
That's fine. We'll just let Dotsarecool go to another exit.
Yeah, maybe he'll turn off towards Larry's or something.
Whenever we could see Cannalyst go for the same P-speed strats here. Oh, interesting. Instead of just going to the right and bonking off the walls, opted to turn back around. to just keep P-Speed there so they could jump without having to worry about the layer 3 being in the way. Didn't keep P-Speed the whole time, but I think that's a good backup strat, especially if you're not confident with going up against those walls.
Yeah, he's hoping to get this boo ring despawn here at the end of the room.
Come on, Dots. Get the double boo ring.
Yeah,
There's one.
get the double is pretty crazy.
Yeah, no, it definitely is.
He had that single on schedule for sure, though.
That was a close one. Looks like Dotsarecool were almost trying to keep the mushroom there, it looked like, based off of where he was going. Didn't quite make it, but didn't manage to also get killed by the boo ring as well, which is good.
Alright, he's pulling in to squeeze through there, pass those spike balls, and grab the orb.
Orb.
Alright, Cannalyst has started his sunken go ship while Dots moves into Valley of Bowser 1.
I'm gonna guess Dots probably is gonna go for small only strats right now. We'll have to see.
Yeah, he'd kind of have to go out of his way, probably pick up a power up. It's actually much easier to do small because you can just go right over those.
Mm-hmm. I think this jump that he's about to do right now is probably one of the scariest jumps in this, though, for small only. Just breezes right through it, though. Ooh. Gets through the third blocks as well. Cannalyst not quite getting that boo ring despawn, so he's gonna have to wait here. It's gonna lose him a few more seconds.
Swimming straight up and
oh,
damage
jeez,
on the second.
That was
pretty cool.
Sketchy. Yeah.
Lots of people, I mean, you got a mushroom, right? So you got to decide which one you're going to take the damage boost against.
Mm-hmm.
If you go up and take that damage boost first on accident, then you're small coming up to the second boo ring. You have to decide what you're going to do.
All right. Let's see if Dots is going to get it.
Dots, yeah, could be going for sandbar right now.
My stream is buffering. Please stop. I want to see this.
Ooh.
Oh, no.
He went for like 2 spin jumps there near the very corner. Went for it super late. Man, like in a speed got weird. Like, did he pull back on him? He's not grabbing a mushroom though, so he's just gonna go through it small, I guess.
Interesting. Cannalyst using slightly different technique in VOV1, opting instead to scroll the camera earlier to spawn some of those moles earlier.
Yeah, he's looking good through VOB 1, I'll say that. It's a tricky level.
This is solid so far. Oof. A little bit of a bonk. Oh, no! That bonk cost him.
Yeah, that chuck got him right there. He stopped himself dead in his tracks.
Mm-hmm. It's crazy how much your momentum can affect this. You know, bonking there, end up hitting that wall, you lose everything. And then jumping over that chuck, especially when it's coming, is not going to be an easy task. So that's where we saw the death right there.
Dots is going up and getting that secret exit. Making his way to Valley Fort. Cannalyst is finishing up Valley of Bowser 1. He's going to take a block with him through that pipe to pick himself up a mushroom.
Smart move.
Yeah, that room 1 in the next level can be not the best.
Alright, looks like Dotsarecool is going to opt to try to maintain his P-speed through this.
It's somehow safest and sketchiest way to do this level.
Yeah, really.
Ooh, nice job. I was about to say, cancel out that P-speed, just chill for the next bit, and he's going to make it on through. Let's go for a little shell bounce there to get up to the top ledge.
Alright, Dotsarecool finishing up the Resinor. A little bit sketchy, but still doing good.
Alright, let's see what Cannalyst does
Come
here.
on, Cannalyst. Oh, just slides right on through. Still a time save over Dotsarecool having died there, but yeah.
Alright, Dots is making his way through Dark Room. God, on his cap, it is very dark.
I cannot see anything except Mario's sprite right now.
Yeah, he just ran blind through that level, making it through
Look at
just
that.
fine, though. Hitting the Bowser fight.
He's definitely no stranger to Bowser's Castle, though, so probably got this memorized in his sleep.
Yeah, Bowser fight's sadly not that difficult. For a run that's super hard, you then hit the Bowser fight, which every runner's done like 1,000 times. But you never know, right?
Never know. Again, was hesitating a bit at the start there to scroll his camera over to the right. Not opting to also maintain P-speed as well. We'll have to see if this ends up being the right move or not.
Yeah, I think he's just gonna play it chill. Dots is going for ball skip right now. You see, once this Mecha Koopa wakes up, he's gonna go ahead and re-stun it, run it over to the right side, kind of lure Bowser that way, and hit him right when he stops.
Nice.
Just completely skips that animation of him dropping a ball, and he skips on to drop some more Mecha Koopas.
Cannalyst damage boosting through the Resnors. That was a solid fight. Unlucky fireball, though.
Yeah, coming out small, but coming out at least out of the fight, right?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, he's setting himself up for the final hit here.
Yeah, keeping that Mecha Koopa until this final phase, getting that hit on Bowser right at the start, lets him skip 3 of the bounces, and with that, Dotsarecool finishes the run, 37-24.
Yeah, big GG's out to Dots. He's going to be finishing this match first as Cannalyst is making his way into the Bowser fight. God, these guys stayed close.
I think this might be PvPs for Cannalyst as well. Don't quite remember how long this fight is, but his PB is at 40 minutes and 24 seconds, so we could be seeing a PB here.
It's definitely possible. He was still a minute ahead coming out of Windy, so it depends on his how that death in Valley of Bowser 1 treated him.
Dotsarecool leaving a comment in the race stating that don't get the key in Donut's secret one. Which is also apparently a very easy mistake to miss.
Alright, Cannalyst going for his ball skip now. It's not that hard, so it should be pretty easy to get.
Nice. Gets the ball skip.
And just normal jumped over the ball. Lots of people just take damage when they do that.
Yeah, that was a ballsy move. It really was.
Boo.
Sorry, this is the first pun you've booed from me this race.
Well, it's just particularly just bad. Alright.
Oh my gosh.
See him going for his last hit here.
Come on, Cannalyst. Ooh, a little bit of a late hit, but...
Just giving him a goodbye kiss.
Mm-hmm. With that is a PB for Cannalyst by about 40-something seconds.
Yeah, that's great. Getting a sub 40 as a PB and during the tournament. Like, can't take that away, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's dope.
Considering he was up against Dotsarecool, only being just over 2 minutes behind, that was a really solid race. Let me see where his new time puts him at. (39:10.25) ties him for 83rd place now. So GG Cannalyst.
Hey.
Hey,
Yo.
we got Cannalyst here right now. GG on the PB, dude.
Thank you.
Great job, yeah.
Heartbreaking death.
Yeah. That was, man.
I knew I was ahead, and I just had to stay ahead, but...
Yeah, you were making him really work for that, like, for entire worlds. You were just staying on track, and I kept watching your live split just get high, like, lower and lower and lower with the numbers.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my god. This guy's on insane pace.
I knew I had to PB in order to get anywhere close to beating Dots, so...
And what a PB that was. What was that, like at least 40 seconds or something?
Yeah. A little more than half a second.
Nice.
That's great, getting the sub 40 in a tourney race. And
Yeah,
we've got Dots here too. How's it going, Dots?
Yo, not bad. How's it going?
Pretty good. That was an insane race for a lot of that.
Dude,
Okay,
we were neck and neck for like what, over half of it, right?
Yeah,
that was pretty crazy.
I got a burning question. I'm sure everybody in chat thinking this exact same thing. What were you doing? Donut Secret 1. What happened?
Okay, so it's one of those things where I never practiced DS1.
Yeah, understandable.
I practiced DP1. I'm like, I'm gonna practice the Yoshi strat. I'm gonna get Yoshi so that way I can just fly over DP3. And like, of course, I know when I get Yoshi, I have to slowly swim through DS1. But like, I never practiced that part, so I never got used to how weird it was to do that level with Yoshi. And the more weirdness of grabbing the key with Yoshi just didn't stick out at all. So I didn't realize until after I got back to the overworld, like, wait, no wonder that was so weird. I did the wrong exit.
Yeah.
So were you thinking, and you just decided to go back and do the normal route instead of just going, you know, maybe I'll check out Vanilla Secret 2 or Donut Secret 2.
I'm not sure which way is actually faster, but I do know that the fact that I haven't played those two levels, no cape, in a while, it probably would have been way slower.
Yeah, I mean, who would play those, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
I think it's one
real
extra
quick,
level
though,
to take that route, but yeah.
You know what you have to do though is show us the menu screen. We have to see the exits now. Just to verify the run, of course. That's
Cannalyst, he's trying to get a Yoshi rings right now.
Man.
Yeah.
32 exit.
Just messing around.
Yeah, but GG's to both of you guys. I appreciate y'all coming out and throwing down those runs for us. That was a really entertaining race to watch.
Yeah, I was entertained to listen to the restream as I'm trying to struggle through this category.
Yeah, how long have you been running this category?
Just as soon as it was announced.
Gotcha.
For the tournament. I just immediately was like, well, fuck it. Let me just learn the category real quick and see if I can do any good in the tournament. And then I saw who I was placed against, and I realized I could maybe squeeze one victory out of it, which I was able to do. But yeah, GG for sure. It was a really good match.
Yeah, how are you feeling going up against Dots of all people for one of your matches?
Well, I read his name just about every time I open the practice card, so
yeah,
it's definitely intimidating.
I'm
pretty sure just about everybody who plays this game has used the practice card at least once.
Hopefully,
yeah. It's one of the best resources there is for learning this game next to the Discord.
Absolutely.
All right, so you guys got anything else for us before we go ahead and head out? We got some races coming up here at the top of the hour, so we're going to get scooting here pretty soon.
Yeah, just good luck to the next runners, and thanks for SpeedGaming for having us.
Yep, thanks, and good luck on the rest of your race.
this, we got on SpeedGaming 3, it looks like Sten versus Awu Crucivilla, which Cannalyst, you're actually going to be commentating for, yeah?
I am.
Yeah. How you feeling for that?
Good. I
Yeah.
kind of figured I'm already going to be available, so I might as well book the very next commentary after my match.
Good move.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, and y'all make sure to also check in tomorrow because at 12 p.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific, we have Dunkel versus Alogical, and then at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, we'll have Arcalark versus Kuka. So make sure to check out those races tomorrow. Follow the bracket, follow the schedule, follow your favorite runners, and we'll see y'all next time.
Y'all have a good night. Peace out. This has been W. Carrick and Marcy August. Y'all take care.